Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you're dropping in from. Welcome to another edition of Crime Time with DutyRon. I'm a retired New York City police detective with 20 plus years of law enforcement. If you like all things true crime related from a police perspective, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you'll get all things DutyRon when I go live or upload another video. Special thank you to the Patreon supporters, the channel members, and all the folks who positively engage in the live streams. Always appreciated, never expected. So it's always thankful. I'm always thankful for all of you guys. Hi, Kathy Bates. Hi, Theodore. Good to see you. Hi, Salon. This is an unexpected, I did not schedule this video, so I don't expect a lot of people to show up. But I wanted to come live for two reasons today. Actually, three. And it's going to be fast. Number one, updates on Harmony Montgomery. Number two, Gabby Petito body cam footage was released the other day. I had a conversation with some of the Schmidt / Petito family by text message. And there's a few things I just want to talk to you quickly about. But good morning to everyone dropping in. Hello from Ireland. Hi, Salty C. Good to see you, Jillian. Snoozy Girl, hey, how are you, Lost Child? Thank you for joining. So, guys, and the third thing is our good friend, the Director of Security, Joey Brooklyn, tremendous loss of his father at 2:33 this morning, Eastern Standard Time in New York. So I want to just put out some prayers, strength, and positive vibes for Joey Brooklyn. He's really hurting right now. I had a phone conversation with him this morning. His father was fighting cancer for a very short period of time. It was a very fast-moving cancer that took him early this morning at 2:33 a.m. So prayers for our Director of Security, Joey Brooklyn, on the loss of his beloved father. We give sincere and strong condolences to him and his brothers and his entire family. It's just a tremendous loss for him. And, you know, I want everyone to, below this video or in any way that you deem fit to, you know, send some condolences to Joey Brooklyn. Thank you to everyone for the prayer emojis and the positive vibes in the chat. Again, I'm using Streamlabs today, no StreamYard. So Streamlabs, it does get a really good picture. Streamlabs, for some reason, processes the video so much more clear than StreamYard. Let me just fix the camera real quick. I don't know if any of you guys can see how different the video is. It's crisp, it's clear, it's clean. I like Streamlabs a lot better than any of the OBS that's out there. I think they do a great job with it. They're tied into that Melon app, so I'm really happy with it. Thank you for all the prayers for Joey Brooklyn. And Dawn Marie, if you could just send out this to the YouTube video share group and the police and crime chat group. I didn't get a chance to share it. I didn't share it onto anywhere for that matter. So let me just quickly pick up. Quickly pick this up and share it out onto my social media platform real quick while we're chatting it up. So Gabby Petito, the body cam footage released. The Moab police in Utah, they obtained outside agency. This was kind of confusing to me, and if anybody feels the same way I do, let me know. They went to another police department, and they had a captain from another police department in the United States do the review of the 75-minute engagement with Brian Laundrie and Gabby Petito. Now, I myself would have liked to have seen a completely independent agency. Nobody from the police department, but with law enforcement background. Thank you for the super chat and actually becoming a member. I like Streamlabs over StreamYard because it shows when someone becomes a member with a heart. And it says, welcome, Cecilia Girl, to the DutyRon family. But she sent in a chat and said, hi, DutyRon, watching from Belgium. So, Celica Girl, thank you for being a channel member for 2 months. It's a great, great honor to have you guys as channel members. And for those of you who send super chats in, I thank you so much. It helps with our mission to pay it forward to people who need it most, the victims and their families, crime victims and their families. So let me just tell you quick about my feelings, because again, I'm not going to be able to stay on long because I got somewhere to go. I'm on the run today, so we're going to be doing stuff. Me and Mrs. DutyRon, we have a busy day ahead of us, so we're going to I'm going to make this quick. So this is not my whole deep dive in depth. I'm going to do a live tonight. I'm going to try to lure in Ed Wallace. You stuck with me for another month, says Gary. North Florida, Gary. Listen, I appreciate anything, and I understand everybody's financial thing changes. But look into some of the members are offered, if they pay for an annual, they're offered a 40% discount, which makes the lowest tier, like instead of $34, it's 40% off. And it doesn't affect the creator. So it's still like you're still contributing at that lowest tier, or even the highest tier for that matter. So look into that and see if it's available. It's not available to everybody, but they do it. All right, so independent outside agency I felt would have been good, but the captain gave a 90 some odd page. Some people say it's 94. I think I saw when I spoke with Nicole Schmidt, that's Gabby Petito's mom, it was 90 something, 98 pages. It's a lot of pages, close to 100 pages of documentation. And the general consensus is they said that, you know, the officers made some mistakes, but unintentional, as they labeled it. They labeled them unintentional mistakes. You know, again, those guys took so much time out. They did so much looking into the statute in Utah. They really molded over for quite a bit. Here in New York City, as you know, we handle so much volume of domestic violence, so we wouldn't have had the time to take out to try to decipher and try to figure out what happened in the Gabby Petito Brian Laundrie dispute that they were called to. But I can tell you this. Here's two things that I spoke about that are very clear and evident. A supervisor would have came to the scene and 2 arrests would have been made. That's a no-brainer. That's a fact. Teresa, thank you so much for being a member for 3 months. She says, thank you for all you do. I appreciate that. And there's the heart going up. I love this little graphic that we put in there. That was Josh that made that for us, so thank you for that. 2 arrests would have definitely been made here in New York, and a supervisor would have been called to the scene. None of those 2 happened in this case. Also, too, they spoke about putting the officers on probation, but what I liked in that thing, and I wasn't crazy about the probation, because what does the probation do? I would like to see in-service training on domestic violence. I would like to see departments across the United States have a vigorous campaign on education for the officers to recognize domestic violence, because one of the flaws that they found in that 90 some odd page report is that they failed to see they failed to identify that there was a cross complaint situation and there was 2 victims here, not just as they put it, that Gabby was the aggressor. Margaret, thank you for that super sticker. She says nothing in it, but it's just Margaret, member for 3 months. Thank you so much for being a DutyRon Bronze. I greatly appreciate that. Again, you know, education. In-service training is very important. And there's Ed Wallace. Ed Wallace in the chat. Listen, guys, I got to say, I am so excited that Ed Wallace is back to somewhat normal. He traveled. He did some teaching this week outside of the New York metro area. So he did travel. So kudos to Ed Wallace. He is back. He's a strong man. He's a fighter. You know, and he had some great losses during this Christmas holiday with COVID. He lost his great uncle. So prayers and strength go out to the Wallace family on that tremendous loss. His last uncle, I believe 88 years old or in the 80s, Ed lost his uncle to COVID. So lots of prayers and strength to Ed and his family. His wife fought the COVID off. I believe, many members of his family were infected, just as it happened here in my family. So strength and prayers to Ed Wallace. Thank you, Cecile, Celsic girl. Celica girl. I got it right. Celica girl. Can't give much, but all little bit counts. Yeah, absolutely. Listen, any and all donations or anything that comes in always gets repurposed here at the Crime Time with DutyRon. So thank you. Thank you for that. So yeah, Ed Wallace, strong man, coming back. I got to tell you, he's been missed by not only just myself, but all of us. I can't tell you how many emails and messages I've gotten over the time that Ed has been down and out looking to see how he's doing. All right, so that I want to just say too, a very interesting conversation that I had with Gabby Petito's mom. Nicole values Crime Time, me, myself, and my community. She watches me and Ed Wallace. She's watched all of the shows that we've done. And she's thankful for us because we give that police perspective. So Nicole, again, there's things that we spoke about that I can't speak about. But I got to say that, she is chomping at the bit. She can't wait to be able to talk. But because of litigation and things that she's, doing behind the scenes with her husband and with Gabby's father in Florida and his wife, Joe and Tara, they've got a lot of things legal going on behind the scenes that it excludes them from doing interviews. But once everything is cleared and she can come on, she's definitely coming on to Crime Time with DutyRon. And I want to just say this. One of the takeaways of my conversation with her is that, it is frustrating for her to see people talk about Brian Laundrie being a victim. He was the furthest thing from a victim. And those are that is one of the most important things that I want to put out there on behalf of the Schmidt and Petito family. Brian Laundrie was not a victim here. Okay. Gabby was fighting him off and he obtained those injuries because of his actions. And that's clear and evident. So I just wanted to put that out there. Again, I value everyone's opinion. And I say this, if it's said respectfully, it could be said here. All right, moving on to Harmony Montgomery. All right, Harmony Montgomery case, a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of things going on in this case, and Ed Wallace and I will dive into this. We're going to dive into it when he's ready. I told him I'm just waiting. Lazy Bee Mama, thank you for becoming a bronze member. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Ed Wallace and I are going to go into a deep dive in the forensic part. And then Ed is a forensic specialist. He knows everything about crime scenes, about evidence collection, about what could be used in the court of law. And Ed, as we know, Ed is a specialist in that area. So we are going to take a look at the Harmony Montgomery case, what potential evidence that they could have obtained from the Guilford Street home in the backyard and inside, and we're going to talk about it. So here we have some folks who went out and did Carfax on Adam Montgomery's car. It got the internet really riled up yesterday. I got to say, one of the very first kind of investigatory checklist, if you will, that goes on when you hear the police chief in Manchester, New Hampshire. He had the captain in plain clothes behind him. That's the captain in charge of the detective squad. Their checklist includes, first and foremost, any potential subjects, witnesses, or principals in the disappearance of Harmony Montgomery. And who do you think principal number one is? Bingo. Adam Montgomery. Principal number two, Kayla Montgomery. And then it goes right down that pecking order of all of their sides of the family, all of her sides of the family, and it goes. And that's why a team of detectives are working tirelessly behind the scenes to do these investigations. checking the car because they know they have publicly spoken to police that they know they were living out of the car. So they already ran that car in the DMV, in the motor vehicle system in New Hampshire, state of New Hampshire. They've already got every piece of everything that they need from that car. So I get it that everybody was all excited about internet sleuths and people coming across this information and then calling it into the police, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. But the investigators that are on that case, that was early on in their investigation, part of their checklist. So it's a great thing. Again, I wanted to let you know too that I have contacted, I've been contacted, and then I reached back out to two DCYF former DCYF workers, but both of them do not want to come on camera with me, but they will come on audio. So I am setting up an interview with not one, two potential folks, a guy and a girl, a male and a female, as we say here, and we're going to get them to come on to speak about the state of the Manchester office, the DCYF. And it's already an unbelievable amount of information that I've gathered, and it's frightening. I'll just say this: it's frightening to see and hear what they have to say about what's going on inside that office. So you don't want to miss that. I have to run because my wife is stamping her feet. My office, my studio is right above the kitchen, and I heard 3 specific heel knocks. For the ladies out there, how many of you know the heel knock? Like, hey, my biological clock is ticking. That's not what she's saying. But she's saying, hey, let's get your ass in gear. Wait, let's get your in gear. So I got to get running. But you know, again, we're gonna cover this Harmony Montgomery case. I am on it. I've yet to do a video with Ed because he's been down and out. But we're gonna get on this. I know Ed has been doing his studying on this case, and we are going to tackle it right from the beginning, right going forward. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, my wife she's tapping her foot. She just did it again. So that's my signal. I got to get in the shower. I got to do my hair. I got to get my hair all done and get myself ready. We're going to have our Christmas celebration with her sister, my sister-in-law. So we're going to be going out. We're going to be having our Christmas that we missed because of COVID. So our Christmas is happening today, guys and girls. So I've already watched the new News Nation interview with Brian Enton. When I do my full deep dive, thank you, Robert Vogel. When I do my full deep dive alpha meter, I will play all that stuff. There's a lot of things. Listen, this is 18 minutes. I'm just condensing this quick. Gene Whitehead, great to see you. Thank you for joining. I just saw the replay of your son, the Gabby Cabby. Always great to see Gabby Cabby's mom, Gene Whitehead, in here. Shannon Candela says, Merry Christmas. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, if you're new and you're just joining, let me know in the chat real quick if you're new, just by placing a new in the chat. Joshua is back into the DutyRon family. It says, welcome to the DutyRon Bronze. There's Joshua. He's been suffering too, by the way. Josh has been very sick and has been down and out. So we've had limited contact with everybody due to this COVID. But I'm checking the chat to see if you're, I'm trying to fix my hair, Becky. I'm trying to see the chat to see if who's new, and Josh is saying that he's new. Lost Child is old. Diane Santos is new. Thank you, Diane. Appreciate it. I love Streamlabs. Josh, we have to really up our game on Streamlabs because I really love the picture quality. I love how this looks. So, yeah, I really love it. COVID does suck, Ed, and you've got a lot to talk about how you were denied treatment, how I was denied treatment. There's just unbelievable amount of things to talk about. We have so much to catch up on. But thank you, Jillian Woods, for being new. Becky's laughing out loud. Good to see everybody. Let me see if I got some funny things that I kept in my recorder here.
Bueller.
Why don't you put your thumb up your butt?
Oh, Jesus.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
That's a good one.
Bite the big one, Junior. Bite the big one, Junior.
All right, so that's some of the fun stuff that I can play with my Stream Deck. Me and Josh did that about 2 months ago. So those are some funny things that I kept in there. But I like this one.
Bueller. Bueller.
It's a great one. All right, guys, listen, a lot of love and respect from my house to yours. God bless the world. God bless the United States of America, and God bless each and every one of us here in the chat, and all victims of crime and their family across the globe, but especially Harmony Montgomery. We need to find out where she is or what happened to her sooner than later. I'm sending strength, prayers, and positive vibes to the police in Manchester, the investigators, the FBI, and all who are working on this case, and especially Joey Brooklyn. He needs our love and our prayers now more than ever. And Ed Wallace for the loss of his great uncle, and Joey Brooklyn, the deep, deep loss of these two guys. Joey Brooklyn's father at 2:33 this morning, Eastern Standard Time. Joey Brooklyn's dad expired. So prayers for Ed and Joe and Harmony Montgomery. Guys, a lot of love from my house to yours, and I'll see you on the next one.